I got you. Yeah, my boy. It's a bit different than what you're normally used to seeing. It's like some rubber bands just wrapped around it, huh?
On today's episode of At Home with GKR Motor Cars, the crew gets started on the newest project in the house, the 1979 Porsche 911 SC Targa. And let's just say, it seems to have seen better days. This leads to my next question. What all will they find in this old Porsche? Next, Tyler brings in a local neighbor's project, a 1996 Datsun Mini truck, a new lift and some bigger tires. Don't mind if we do. Finally, Tyler dives into the intricate wiring of the double cab EV conversion. And let's just say there's a lot of it. You don't want to miss a second of today's exciting adventures. So take a seat, buckle up, and enjoy the ride.
All right, so the new project Porsche is in, the 1979 Porsche 911 SC Targa. I think I got all that. Everyone loves teardown. Think of like a house. You go in there with a house, and you let blow some steam off, and you get sledgehammer out. And no, we don't get sledgehammer out on cars here. Now, I think the guys have just as much fun taking these things apart because it's not the OCD detail work where you're worried about scratching paint or breaking something, installing something. The stress always kind of builds as you get through a project. But at the beginning, I'm pretty sure the guys like it, and sometimes you kind of find some cool stuff in there.
You want to try popping it out like it's supposed to come out?
What's that?
You want to try popping it out like it's supposed to come out?
I mean, we can try, but
You could almost roll the seal back and push it out. Well, those don't want to move, yeah. I think you just roll it a little bit. Yeah.
Please don't break the windshield.
Bada bing. The rear did not come out like that, that's for sure.
yeah. Where's it at?
There's a lever in there. I got you.
Fresh air vent. Handy dandy roadside jack.
You might need some tools for it. Look at that quality tool set.
Factory, all original
Look at that mint.
tool set.
It comes with two of them.
Oh, nice. Got options. Look at that. Little cleanup. It'll be just fine.
Battery looks new for a 79, no?
Yeah. I thought this was pretty neat.
What is that? Little secret hatchet?
Ta-da.
There's your blower motor. I don't want to pull the seats. Those look like they're going to be a pain.
Where did we start?
You can't even get down in there. Oh, it's about brand new, ain't there?
Yeah.
Porsche, baby. Those remind me of the shag carpet right there. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, there's some things missing. Got a rake on it now. How's the teardown going?
Oh, well.
Oh boy. Yes, I am pretty sure Jason was actually stuck there, if I remember right.
Jason's struggling.
I think he made it out. He's alive.
Not too bad. Not too bad. We're just trying to get the dismantle part of it.
Think that amp still works?
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's
It's got a little surface rust.
probably still under warranty.
Yeah,
I
so
think it's like brand new.
I think just goes to further prove that this was in some kind of moisture environment. Okay, so here's the story on this Porsche. It's a client out of St. Louis, a friend of mine actually, wanted this Targa. You know, kind of a, you know, not necessarily a year, but I range from, you know, mid 70s to the mid 90s. Any of those years that was the Targa, and he wanted to do custom paint, custom interior. We're going stock motor, stock transmission, that kind of stuff. Not doing like so much a resto mod, but adding some, you know, custom touches here and there to make it just kind of stand out, you know, apart from all the other Targas that you see out there that are more of the stock style. But the story with that is he didn't have one, so I had to procure one. We found this one out in Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills Car Club. They've always got lots of cool stuff there, very nice stuff, and then sometimes it's project stuff. This motor, you know, was not running. Lots of bubbling on the exterior, but what I noticed was that the bubbling was on the metal parts and the plastic parts. So that told me that it wasn't necessarily rust, but just a bad process of getting that first base, you know, primer down, probably because it looked like it had an aftermarket paint job at one point, and you know, they just didn't do it right. So with all that, it made the car pretty cheap for what it was, a 1979 911 SC. You know, relatively cheap for what these things go for. But again, it's project, so you know it's going to need some work that we're going to do to it. So not underwater, but
Definitely
high
moist.
humidity.
Definitely musty.
So what's been the hardest thing to take off?
Oh,
Yeah, this front seat.
That's true.
I'm gonna say probably this back glass. It was a bit of a challenge.
Yeah. A little scary.
What's the coolest thing you found?
Probably that spare tire over there in that toolkit.
Donut, but
It's it's interesting. I've not seen a spare tire like that before.
I think we should air it up too. It looks like.
I'd be scared. I mean, it looks new.
Honestly,
Honestly,
it's ever been used.
it looks like it's got tire wet on it. I don't know why you put tire wet on a spare tire you put in the frunk, but do you know what this? Oh, is this like a pressure tester? Is that like when you put air in there? Is that what that does?
I do not know.
Man, these Germans, they got cool stuff. Wonder if we should redo all these, get them powder coated and clean them up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
They look cool. Oh, the jack, yeah. Those jacks are cool. So we always like to have fun with little surprises or little things we see that we want to do, like with these tools. So what we'll do with those tools is we'll get them cleaned up, probably sandblast them, and then we'll either get them powder coated or paint them, you know, with our actual exterior paint that's going to go on this car. We'll do something really cool with them to make this look like a brand new set, but with just a little bit of a custom touch to it to kind of match this car specifically. Yeah, those jacks are cool. Do you guys know what it was when you got it out?
Yeah, I've seen them like those
Yeah.
before. Yeah, BMWs and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of do these side
I mean, it kind of, you know, is like
points.
a stylistic design point of view. It's like, why is there a hole in the side of my beautiful body? But I mean, I guess maybe they didn't care as much back then. All the new ones, I think, have that too, don't they? Except it's a cover. There's a cover.
Yep, they got a plug
Yeah,
over
little-
them. And
Yeah, because my truck has the covers for the the fifth wheel and all that back there, and they don't stay in. They're always just lying around in my bed. Oil reservoir,
yeah, that was a fun one to get out as well.
dry sump in 1979. My Corvette Grand Sport has a dry sump, and if you don't know what that is, you can look it up. It's for racing, helps with racing. Speaking of the track day, getting lots of interest. I think we're going to be sold out. Lots of big names. That big track day coming up. That's
Did you get
April
Carl
16th.
there yet?
Yeah, Carl Edward. Yeah, we'll see if Carl shows up. All right, so track day. This is going to be our first annual GKR track day. We're inviting a lot of local car guys to this and car girls. There's actually A couple girls coming that are bringing some pretty sweet cars. You'll see some in some future content, but we're gonna have a lot of cool cars out there overall. But it's kind of a double win for us. One, who does not love a track day? Who doesn't like getting out there with your friends, beating on some cars, having fun? And it's at Ozark International Raceway, which is a very fun track. It'll kick your butt, but very fun track. And then two, you know, GKR. It's our event. We're gonna have a nice lunch, lots of time to conversate and talk about the products we offer, both the custom cars that we have and our car condos, the garage condos. So, you know, get to have fun while, you know, doing some sales pitches. So what's not to love about that? You know, we're like in Missouri, so of course, you have a track day, Carl Edwards shows up, right? You just, yeah, I mean, all the glass, everything looks good.
Yeah, everything's in you know, pretty good shape. A lot of the little smaller stuff is a little weathered and kind of dry rotted, maybe a little crunchy, you could say.
Lots of crunch. I wonder, this looks like a, this actually looks like a cheap plastic cover and not a, I found a place online that takes your factory dash, vacuum seals it like they did in the factory, kind of.
I've seen it. That's actually pretty cool.
It's like justdashes.com or something.
So what is it like?
So it takes your old pad and
So it gives you,
Kind of shrinks a new,
and it probably works for stuff like this, because this looks,
a new.
this doesn't look like glued on, like, you know, more of the traditional stuff we deal with.
It just shrinks over top of this.
So it's a super thin, and it just shrinks it on, and it seals it. Like they put glue in there, but it's thinner, and it's not like your traditional fabric.
It just right over top of.
Yeah, you fix it obviously, but this looks like it was just glued on. This is not vacuum sealed on.
Yeah.
I think this is like the equivalent of the toys that my kids get in a box.
It's factory.
You know, you got the toys sitting in a little plastic tray in the box. That's like, yeah, be careful out there. Some parts you order online aren't what they look like in the pictures. That looks pretty cheap. That won't last very long. And it's just an ugly color. Doesn't match the rest. Which really, it looks like some custom interior. I mean, based off that back panel, it looks kind of cool, but.
a little bit of custom effect to it.
Oh, wood screws and
Yeah, like look, inch and 5/8.
like
the whole
3
thing.
different styles of wood screws and
Yeah, you got
drywall
options, man.
drywall screws.
Options.
Build a house after this.
If you can pull it apart, hold it on.
Cool. Well, let's get running.
Let's do it.
Oh, that is a lift. That is a different truck. Where's he at? There he is.
Yo.
That those bigger tires and little 2-inch lift make this little truck awful big all of a sudden.
Yeah, she sets up a little bit.
This thing is cool. I love this.
Maybe about 4 or 5 inches higher than it was.
How's the lift? I mean, pretty basic. Nothing crazy.
Yeah,
Pretty simple.
super basic. Little trouble compressing the springs on the front, but
Where's I mean, this is like literally like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with a truck. I mean, these things are tiny. I mean, these tires, everything. Okay, so this mini truck, this thing is cool. Our neighbor saw our sign, looked us up on the internet, and saw that we did custom work. So he's like, hey, I got this little mini truck. I'd love you to put a lift on it, bigger wheels and tires. And what else did he do? Oh, just like new springs and shocks and stuff like that. So he pokes this thing around his little ranch there, and he just wants a little more, not durability, but a little more just, you know, get out there and get in some deeper mud, get up some steeper hills, and I think this is gonna work pretty well. But this is the first time I've seen one of these up close. I've always seen them out there and always thought they were cool, but man, up close, they're even cooler than you would think. That's badass. Ha!
I like it.
All right, so we go from one German engineer to its cousin or sister or brother. What are Porsche and Volkswagen? I'm sitting in a Volkswagen double cab right now, but you know, we don't just do American classics here. Why would we just do that? We also don't just do internal combustion engines either. All right, so like I said, we don't just do internal combustion engines. We also do fully electric. And while this is not the motor, you saw it in the B-roll. Right now, these are the batteries, our VCU, our satellites for the BMS system, and the combined charging unit that also has like a 12 volt to 400 volt DC to DC converter. And you might be kind of wondering, like, what are some of these abbreviations he's talking about? We'll get into more of that stuff soon, but right now, I'm gonna start wiring this up and kind of see where I want to put everything, because really, we've made, this is not where it's going, by the way, in the back of this truck. It's gonna be underneath the bed. There's a nice, you know, large cubby hole under there that all this should fit. And what this little piece of cardboard here is we replicated the exact square footage we have underneath this bed. So we know, I got a factory line drawn here, we know exactly where we can go to with all this stuff, every which way. And we'll build it all here. I'll build my harnesses here. And then when we put these in, I mean, these things are like 150, 200 pounds. Can't remember exactly, but they're heavy. We don't want to be reaching around them, sliding them around to try to wire all this stuff. So we're gonna wire it all here. It'll really just be kind of plug and play once I get all that done. So I'll grab that first harness. Okay, so don't mind the mess. This has kind of become our little, it's like our little lean-to over here. It kind of just attracts all the random stuff. And yes, this Lotus Esprit is part of the random stuff, but stuff doesn't get worked on over here, so we keep it nice and clean over here. Yes, I see all the dust on it. It's the middle of winter, so this car doesn't get driven very much right now. This is actually our 1988 Lotus Esprit EV conversion. Speaking of EVs, it's got a dual motor system attached to the factory transaxle. It's 175 volt unit, and it's pretty badass. There it is, all of it. And this is only one of the harnesses. All right, so here, this harness is our VCU harness, so the vehicle control unit. Kind of like an ECU, really, on a normal car, but It's got some chassis stuff on it, but for the most part, this is going to run all of our. This is all 12 volt, by the way. None of this is. I don't think any of this is our high voltage. I think we might have to put high voltage interlock in here if I remember right. But a lot of this stuff is 12 volt or lower, and it essentially runs all the things, all the data stuff. So all of our battery management system, our BMS, keeps all of these batteries monitored, because you can't just let these batteries go. I mean, a 12 volt battery in your car doesn't have a battery management system because it just maintains 12 volts. Alternator, its battery management system is really the alternator and its internally regulated charging system, because this, when you're putting 400 volt systems in these cars and even 175 on that Lotus Esprit, you've got to be really careful with lithium. With lithium, if you're draining it down, you don't get it back. If this got drained down below a certain percentage, you would never ever get energy back into those lithiums. I mean, you probably could, but I found out the hard way by Milwaukee battery swapping my kids' Power Wheels. Those batteries are gone forever. I can't get 18 volts back into them. But that's what all this low voltage stuff does. It keeps it all happy. It keeps all this stuff super healthy, because that's what we need with these batteries. As expensive as they are, these are some pretty pricey batteries, and just the system overall. So I'm gonna start working on this, and yeah, should be fun. Guys,
y'all doing great. Keep up the good work.
see guys, that wasn't that hard.